Hello and welcome to this course on Digital Marketing Fundamentals. My name is Sangeeta and I have been associated with digital marketing for the last 7 years. I will be taking you through this course. Frankly speaking, and put it in simplistic terms, marketing is always associated with making people feel that they need more or they want more and they should somehow fulfill their wants. Marketing is all about giving the person information so that they can want anything or desire anything. And as the times, especially in the last 100 years, as times have changed, technology has changed, so has marketing has been associated with all of them. When the postal system started, we had direct mailers. When radios came in, we had audio ads. When the TV came in, the TV became popular, we had visual ads. And now in the digital technology age, we have a new form of marketing to come to the customers, to get leads and to associate ourselves with prospects. What you will learn? You will learn about the changing focus of marketing, the elements and channels of digital marketing, and the digital marketing challenges in this course. Let's start with behavior. This is an image of President Obama shopping for books at a bookstore. Do you think this is prevalent behavior for consumers of today to visit a bookstore physically? Or is this an aberration of behavior? Let's see the steps involved when we visit a bookstore physically in person. Step 1 would be reach the bookstore using a taxi, driving to it, catching a bus or using a subway. It depends upon where you're living. Browse the books, select the books, purchase the books, and then travel back with the books, paperback or bound book, heavy books, you're traveling back with them. These are some very popular websites that sell books online. In fact, Amazon and Flipkart started their businesses by selling books online. And they were completely bookstores, online bookstores. They had no physical presence anywhere. It's no coincidence that online behavior emulates the store or offline behavior in shopping, except for two factors. Number one, we don't need to travel. That saves us a lot of time. And number two, books, unless it's an e-book, arrive the following day or a day later, making it inconvenient if you want to start reading right away. But if you want to read books right away, you have an option of buying e-books. But apart from these inconveniences, world over, people prefer to buy books online. Why is it? It's because the books are there all the time. There are no store timings. I can buy a book at 2 a.m. at night if I want to. I don't need to travel to a bookstore. I can read as many samples I want to without the storekeeper staring at me suspiciously. If I buy an ebook, I can start reading instantly and I don't have to bother about carrying heavy books around or not having enough shelf space. I can check if anyone I know has bought the book and read the book, and I no longer have to rely on reviews of people whom I don't know. I can see if my friends have liked the book. So these are a lot of advantages that I can think of when I'm shopping online. Can you think of more? Buying books online is now such an accepted fact that almost worldwide in sales channels, publishers' net revenue from sales of digital and print content via online retail is ahead of brick-and-mortar retail. This trend is not only for the publisher segment of business, but retailers too find that customers prefer to check their collections online, compare prices, make purchases, and then visit a particular store for pickup if they like. So what is digital marketing? Is it just another marketing channel, or is it a new whole technique of marketing? Wikipedia defines digital marketing as the use of electronics like computers, tablets, mobiles, game consoles to market a product or service. But this is a simplified definition. It wasn't long ago when computers were the primary electronic device used to search the web and access information. But that all changed about 8 years ago when the iPhone was introduced. Since then, smartphones and tablets are the staples of households across the country or across the globe. The portability and ability to access these devices 24/7 makes them the go-to device for many American people and people all over the globe. And because people are utilizing multiple devices to access information and content, digital marketing efforts must evolve to take into account not only what message is being delivered, but how is it being delivered and when it is being delivered. Digital marketing is that marketing that makes use of electronics devices such as personal computers, smartphones, cell phones, game consoles, and even wearables now on various digital platforms to engage with stakeholders. In fact, the globe thrives on digital connectivity. Almost 3 billion people in the world are on the internet, and consumer behavior is generally to search, surf, and share. Digital marketing spend will soon top $100 billion, and these are businesses who are serious about the digital segment, and they are very serious about their marketing. So what does this mean for a business? Digital marketing, fueled by explosive growth of mobile device use, is the crucial component for marketing activities for companies of all sizes around the globe. So does digital marketing clash with traditional marketing? Digital marketing is also referred by other synonyms like online marketing, web marketing, email marketing, internet marketing, and so on. And we generally hear terms like traditional marketing versus digital marketing, inbound versus outbound marketing, push marketing versus pull marketing, where push marketing is when a marketing message is sent to a prospect and pull when the prospect searches for a particular information. These terms are used specifically when marketing budget is being distributed or strategy is being discussed. But are they really antagonistic? Let's take two definitions to see the state of marketing as it is correctly practiced. This is the traditional marketing definition given by Kotler and Armstrong. Companies create value for customers and build strong customer relationships to capture value from customers in return. So this is what traditional marketing is about. While Shafi, Chadwick, Mayer, and Johnson in 2009 defined digital marketing as using electronic media such as web, email, interactive TV, wireless media in conjunction with digital data about customers' characteristics and behaviors. So the objective of both kinds of marketing is similar and they are not opposed to each other. You need both. Successful marketing campaigns adopt the best of both worlds. You need push marketing to reach out to those who may not have heard of your company. You need pull marketing to attract those in the research phase of the purchase cycle. Studies back up the combined approach. One such study by Brand Science found that blending direct market or direct mail, that's push, with other channels such as email or social, that's pull, yields a 20% increase in ROI. The best strategy is for a business to mix and match their marketing techniques. Give your marketing campaign an edge by making inbound and outbound work hand in hand. Here's an example of an application. Push and pull. Let's consider a few specific examples. The use of phone in push and pull. In push marketing, you pick up the phone and cold called a list of prospects. In pull marketing, your prospects will call you and place an order having found your number on your website or your brochure, probably direct mail. Another example would be you mail out your holiday coupon or airline coupons to a list of cold prospects again, and in pull, a customer may email you a travel agency to inquire about your services, and you may then give them a coupon code. So that's the difference between push and pull marketing. So why digital marketing? Why is it a preferred option? What has changed? Mobile marketing and its use continues to increase. Video is popular. Emails is more popular. There are so many segments to choose from. The scenario is very confusing. But first, let's see what has changed and why digital marketing is now preferred to traditional marketing. Communication and its methods have changed. You create videos, tweet, post about brands, interact over the hotline, you can chat online. Methods of communication have really gone multiplied so by multifold. So how often do you think your sales flyers get passed around by your customers? but sometimes you have content going online virally. When you consider the average, Facebook user has 190 friends, of which 12% see their like posts. Your one message is actually seen by 15 new prospects. Now imagine the same number in traditional marketing and the cost that it would take to reach those 15 prospects. Mind-blowing, isn't it? However, word of caution. Bad news can travel so much quicker, so make sure that you have risk management strategy and tackle negative press as soon as it's circulated. Customers and prospects both engage with brands in different ways, especially through social media. In fact, brands use their fan and follower base on social media to get feedback on products and services. For instance, take Coca-Cola. Its Facebook page has 7 million likes. Imagine the number of people interacting directly with the brand. Digital marketing is revolutionary in terms of measurement. You can track visitors to a website or app, know their geography and demography, and even analyze their online behavior and what they like and do not like. There are several measurement tools, both paid and unpaid. An example of a paid tool would be Omniture from Adobe, and an example of an unpaid tool would be Google Analytics, that's free. Both measure data and then reveal information in forms of reports. The reach is so far greater. The exposure that your business gets is now global. Your marketing campaigns can take you anywhere in the world, and the cost to do this using traditional methods would have been considerable. Once you have a website that actually answers the customer's needs and the customers are searching for it, you will get a constant stream of traffic to the website. So it's possible for a small business in a remote place to be accessing people all around the globe without considerable cost. Real-time results is another differentiation point between traditional marketing and digital marketing. When running a marketing campaign, you don't have to wait weeks to see the returns to your campaign. You can see the results instantly. You can see the peak trading times. You can see your subscribers increased. You can see the conversion rates and so much more at the touch of a button. So basically, for any company today, this is your new business card. And this is what digital marketing is all about. So marketing has always been where the customer has been. So it's logical to move to the digital sphere because that is where the customers are now. The advantages of moving market to the digital sphere is to catch the customers where they are. You can build your brand there. You can build awareness of your brand there. And you can get your prospects and customers to engage with the brand, which is very difficult in the traditional ways of marketing. The interaction, the communication, the engagement, or even when running a campaign, the feedback on the campaign, or the measurement, or the real-time results that are coming in, these all have revolutionized marketing. And this is why digital marketing needs to be studied all by itself as a separate field and not as a part of traditional marketing.